Welcome to the Matrix Oracle, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am Audrey, your host for this astro forecast for July 27, 28, 2023. So we are doing a little bit of a different edition as far as astrology. Some of you may know or not that I do study all type of astrology, and one of my favorite and not that popular is heliocentric. So heliocentric astrology is you looking at the placement of the planets from the point of view of the sun. Okay, so what you're going to see here is a little reverse Venus. It's actually the symbol for the Earth. And because the moon is so close to the Earth, you're going to notice that they're sharing the same placement. Now, some of you are doing the 2 weeks program of manifestation and alignment and releasing all the resistance for your Shakti, for your manifestation powers to manifest your intentions, your set intention. And this is a placement and a degree of Capricorn that speaks of abundance. It speaks of wealth. It speaks of the more you give, the more you receive. And that means pay it forward. Say already, thank you for the things that you are calling in as if they're already here. So this is, remember, the perspective of what the sun is shining upon the earth. So that means you're receiving all those downloads through the light. Okay, there's so much that we cannot see through the light, and those are a lot of information. Okay, so being conscious and consciously aware of this, and when you go outside under the sun rays or even the moon rays, because the moon is receiving those energies as well, you can consciously call in this flow of abundance and realize that what you're calling in is coming, and you already have to say thank you and just be excited about this. Now, what's very interesting, and I love the resonance for some of you, you are part of the meditation program and you will resonate with this as well. The master teacher of transformation, because right now we're trying to transcend a lot of the blockages towards manifesting love and manifesting money. We have the master teacher of power that is in the last degrees of Sagittarius from the heliocentric perspective. And we have also Venus in the same degrees. Those degrees, this is actually where we have the galactic center. And that means that this is where you're going to have a lot of influx of new energy, new download. It's going to be new to you. It's going to be things you haven't manifested just yet. And how do we tap into the specific lessons and angle here of Sagittarius? It's actually through the joy of the inner child. Doing things like that are like actually drawing, artistic expression, even dancing, just allowing yourself to be more in this state of, just looking for the next thing to do that is going to be enjoyable, okay? Before we got all scarred with wounds and things that happened and we were just like, oh, okay. So going back there, going back to this essence. And what's interesting is that the master teacher of desire, love, and money is also hinting that it will be beneficial for you to tap back into this candor-like energy of approaching life. So we have like a very strong cluster, and this is actually why I wanted to start with this and not with the quincunx. Some of you may know what I mean with the quincunx. Quincunx is those little dotted green lines here, and they're fast-paced. What that means? It means trigger, trigger. Not my fault, okay, you guys? But let's look first at the support of this energy. But by the way, this is trigger, but that means also arrow, fast shooting energy. If you're in alignment, that can be super powerful. Remember, this is actually creating two quincunx, which is a yod, is the finger of God. And here, we're not looking from the earth to the sky. We actually, from the sky, looking down. So I love this type of astrology because it gives you a lot of insights if you want to tap more into your higher self. Okay, that's going to be soon. Some new personal readings as far as reading the chart of your higher self. But not yet, okay? Let's do some further ado here. We have some trine energy. Trines are flow of energy that are auspicious, prosperous. They just flow. Now, when you already call in this abundance and already expect it, and already have the fun, like, okay, well, I'm going to manifest $1 million and I'm going to buy this and do this and I'm going to give this money for my mom or my dad, all those things. Like, literally start spending that money. What are you going to do with the money? What are you going to do if you are with someone, as far as a relationship? What are you going to do? Plan some trips, okay? So this energy of imagination, which is very childlike, is going to promote a great flow and influx of energy in those first degrees here for Mars, the master teacher of action. But especially, it's not just action, it's energy in motion. Mars teaches you to actually pay attention to your drive. And people don't realize, but it's not just your mind that tells you to do this. It's the mind with the emotions that puts that passion behind. Okay, and we have it in the first few degrees of, oops, what am I stepping on? The first few degrees of Virgo. And this is about being practical, being structured, having self-mastery, and kind of being on purpose. So whatever you're being called to do for the next few days, and I would say this energy is going to be this whole week, okay, even through the weekend, pay attention to the creativity that comes out of you. Okay, so some of you, I don't know if you watched the reel that I posted this morning, and it is a song that speaks about the person being stuck in the 6th dimension. And I was like, wait, I feel like that. Where is the 6th dimension? Oh, my higher self is there. Ah, and I loved how my little, intuition and little candid self and child self was like, do you realize that you're putting the song of something that is happening to you? You're studying the higher self. And I was like, oh, yes, that's cute. So that's what I want to show you as an influx while you're practicing all those, law of attraction and manifestation practices, whatever they are. Some of you, you're doing the program, so I'm teaching you some of those methods. And so far, everyone is having so much fun. I'm loving this. Even the gents, by the way. Okay, we have some gentlemen that are part of the group. As far as another trine, we have here the master teacher of change, evolution. And it's in a placement of Aries that speaks of initiation, power, kind of like that first bout of energy. So it's saying like, oh my God, whatever you're putting in motion right now, as your little lower self is saying like, let me feel the sun, let me feel the moon, let me feel the stars. You're receiving this and you're saying, thank you for all that I'm receiving and that is coming my way. You will receive the practical guidance of what you need to do, what you need to initiate, okay? Now, let's look at the fast-paced energy. And in this case, I personally feel it's great. We have the first degrees here of Saturn in Aquarius. Again, heliocentric. So that means the sun looking at the earth, okay? We're analyzing the codes of the sun, the light codes. Some of you may have heard this word and be like, what the fuck is the light code? This is the light code, okay? So information through the planets, through the stars, whatever is coming through. We have the master teacher of impact, Saturn, that is in first degrees of Aquarius, and this is about your affinities. So the things that you like and the things that you do, okay? Some of the rituals, okay? And they could be linked to some of your manifestation practice, okay? It could be also linked to your practice of avoidance. You decide, okay? No judging here. Miss Audrey has been, guilty of that guilty pleasure sometimes, okay? It happens, okay? So here, Saturn in the first degrees is saying, pay attention to who you hang out with. Are they people that are going to, You know, are you growing with those type of people, or are your habits helping you grow, or it's actually kind of keeping you stagnant, okay? And you're going to see it quickly in how it propels you to do or not do. So some of you feeling stagnant, realize that it's coming from the master teachings of Saturn from the point of view of the sun that is saying, well, maybe we should review a little bit what we're doing on a daily basis. And especially it's creating this yod, so this finger of God is saying, I'm coming, I'm going to show you how to move through your manifestation. The first degrees of Aries for Jupiter, the master teacher of expansion, of abundance, everything you've been trying to manifest here. And it's in the first degree of the whole wheel. What is that? Divine will, divine creation. This is you having the power of the creator. You're literally, the higher self has godlike powers, okay? This is the closest you get to source as far as what we know as far as dimensions, okay? And it's showing you your routine, your habits, your group of people. And that's why some of you, you've been gathered. I have been loving the people that have joined the programs. I just feel the excitement in everyone. It's just because there's a soul resonance that just is receiving all this. It's receiving all this. So some of you, you might be feeling like you want to take that class or hang out with this person, go take a, you know, like hang out with a certain group of people or just study something. You are being led to gather with people that can help you even multiply this type of energy. Multiply this energy. And it's saying, do pay attention though here with the opposition of Uranus that is teaching you how to initiate your routine, some of the mental programs. And those mental programs are saying to pay attention to the lack of self-appreciation for how hard you've been working. Respect yourself. Show yourself some respect for all the challenges and adversities that you have overcome. Okay, it's very important to be able to be in a state of appreciation for everything you've overcome, kind of like look at how far you've come in terms of your own path, your own realization, your own transformation. Because as you see this, the universe understands what? It understands that you are calling in for more because you appreciate it. What you appreciate and what you focus on is coming even more. And especially with those sacred geometry. I mean, when I saw this, if you saw from the matrix point of view, like from the earth, okay? It looks like a freaking battle. There's like yods and quincunx everywhere. And I was like looking at this and I'm like, Yugli, I am not reading this. I am not repeating that this is a lot of triggers. Well, some of you, you've been sharing. I personally have seen, people passing in my family, even people going to the hospital. A lot of hardship for a lot of people, even on TV and news. I've seen this. So those energies, as far as you looking at yourself in a limited perception, you thinking you're just a physical human body, those people are getting a very big hit, okay? And that means you could be sometimes falling into that perception as well. If you step higher and you step into the perception that perspective, because I was like, okay, this I will read. This I will read because this I can understand the power. If you step into the higher perspective, the higher self, if you detach a little bit from the drama and from maybe repeating certain cycles, if you already say thank you for your intentions, because you know you are powerful and you know that you just have to stay steadfast in this energy, especially when the sacred geometry is promoting a lot of higher faith, a lot of higher divine support. Those degrees that we're receiving that is about abundance, it also means support. Because abundance is not just money. It's almost like you're being taken care, boo. Yeah. So that's what's going on. So I wanted to come forward with this version because I felt we needed to see things from a much lighter, enlightened way, but also because this is what our higher selves is trying to teach us, is that it's different perspective when you're looking at things from different angle. Remember, one of the trick, if you want to receive the light codes, go outside in nature and attune to all those messages. The things you resonate with from this reading, claim them. The Matrix Oracle, Audrey said so. Bring it on. Okay, so that's what we have for July 27th, 28th. For some of you, if you are interested to join the program, you can hop on. We still have some people coming on for this weekend. It's really a lot of fun. I'm going to post already some feedback from just the first 2 days, but definitely you can start at any point in time. All right, thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.